Developing overnight, we were on the scene of two shootings in the Twin Cities.
Yeah, let's start over in St. Paul. First, a man is dead and another injured there. Police tell us this happened just before midnight. They were called to for shooting at an apartment complex on 7th Street East. The second victim shot in the leg. They're expected to be okay. They did go to the hospital. We understand the police right now are still working to get details on a suspect. And here's a look at that second scene. This is over on Lake Street near the Marathon gas station. This is in Minneapolis. This is at Lake Street and 18th. According to the Minneapolis 911 dashboard, police called for a shooting just before midnight. We have reached out to Minneapolis PD. Again, we'll update you as we learn more. We should also point out that Minneapolis police have a new team dedicated to finding the suspects in non-deadly shootings. It's called the FAST program, and WCCO is getting a better look into how it works along with their progress so far. We're going to have that story in about half an hour.
Cases dismissed. Federal judges have now dismissed at least 19 cases against Minnesotans accused of assaulting federal agents during Operation Metro Surge. And that includes one woman who is only speaking to WCCO. We have video from the morning of January 12th. This, of course, is during Operation Metro Surge. Christina Rank says she followed ICE agents onto the road. You can see those cars coming from the Concord Education Center in Inver Grove Heights, where she works. This is from the school's security camera. Now, Rank is in the white sedan there, and you see that she tries to turn left into the parking lot. The ICE SUV next to her, left from the right lane. The headlights, though, it makes it all a little difficult to see, but Rank says this is where the ICE vehicle hit her passenger side door. Now, that incident eventually leads to her arrest, which we also now have video of. And it's in this moment that the 25-year-old tells us she could not understand why this was happening. Court documents show Special Agent Richard Berger claimed Rank caused the collision, and that led to her assault charge. Rank's attorneys say security video and the officer body camera footage, it tells a different story. Questioning this charge, Judge Douglas Miko wrote, quote, "It is hard to imagine how blocking an entrance standing alone could be an assault." Earlier this month, federal prosecutors asked to drop the case, saying they no longer believed there was enough evidence to support the charge.
It's very, very clear. Even the judge stated that what the agent said and what the video showed did not match up at all. And so right then and there I was like, yeah, it shows perfectly clear that I did not do what they said that I did. They ran into me.
And Rank says the day she was arrested, she spent 11 hours detained at the Federal Whipple building. It's also the day she says agents took this photo of her. At the time, then Attorney General Pam Bondi posted the photo to her social media. It put a spotlight on Rank that she says led to death threats online. Now, Special Agent Berger has written affidavits in at least 22 cases, and similar cases during Operation Metro Surge, I should say, and judges have dismissed 11 of them so far. WCCO has reached out to Homeland Security and ICE for comment. We have not heard back.
6:05 is the time, and new this morning, another arrest. This is in connection to the killing of a teen in Brooklyn Park over the 4th of July weekend. Here was the scene on July 5th. This was just after 10:45 at night. That's when Brooklyn Park police responded to a report of a shooting at Hartkoff Park and found a 16-year-old boy who had been shot to in the head. Well, just last night, U.S. Marshal Service arrested a 17-year-old boy in Peoria, Illinois, in connection to that shooting. This is the second teen who has been arrested.
The mayor of St. Paul is speaking up after accusations of sexual harassment. She says those texts were, quote, attempts at humor.
Meanwhile, the city's chief of police attorney is calling it illegal conduct. In an April 1st letter, the St. Paul police chief, Axel Henry's attorney, told the city attorney that Mayor Cully Herr has, quote, engaged in illegal conduct towards city employees and that litigation is reasonably foreseeable.
Included in that letter is a screenshot of a vulgar text message alongside a redacted image Henry's attorney says was photoshopped with the face of a St. Paul officer. Police Chief Axel Henry has not commented on the investigation.
The city hired an outside firm to investigate those exchanges about 3 months ago. Former State House Majority Leader Ryan Winkler, a close ally of Mayor Herr, said Wednesday he thinks there's a reason the story is coming out now.
The mayor can't speak in her own defense publicly without risking the investigation. So people have to recognize that this story came out not because the investigation was complete, but because it was in somebody's interest to release the information now.
WCCO also spoke with political science professor David Schultz, who says what happens next could come down to findings of the investigation, public pressure, and trust.
On the one hand, we're a state where several years ago, activity engaged by Al Franken before he was a U.S. Senator forced him out of office. On the other hand, we're living in an era where we have a president of the United States who has been basically convicted and has been found liable for sexual harassment and remains in office. And so there's all types of conflicting signals that are going on out here.
The mayor says she has fully cooperated with the investigation since it started in April. We still do not know when that investigation is expected to conclude, but as of right now, Mayor Herr has not shared any plans to resign. Dr. Anthony Fauci is facing a possible contempt of Congress vote next week.
CBS News' Jared Hill tells us this comes after refusing to answer questions on the origins of COVID-19 at a heated Republican-led hearing.
I respectfully decline to answer.
Dr. Anthony Fauci now under fire for invoking the Fifth Amendment more than 100 times during a contentious Senate hearing.
You're not a hero. Unfortunately, you're a villain.
Republican Committee Chair Rand Paul subpoenaed Fauci to answer questions Wednesday on whether the COVID-19 pandemic developed in nature or in a lab in Wuhan, China, studying coronaviruses.
You did not tell the American people the full story.
Earlier this week, Senator Paul released the 85-year-old immunologist's private journal entries.
The sole reason he is calling me before this committee is to get me to say something, anything, that could vindicate his repeated public pledges that I end up, in his words, quote, behind bars.
Former President Joe Biden gave Fauci a preemptive pardon covering his government service until 2025.
Nothing screams dishonesty than taking the Fifth Amendment when you're not even entitled to it.
At one point, Paul kicked Fauci's lawyer out of the hearing. Committee Democrats accused Republicans of bias.
This hearing is the culmination of a years-long crusade, which started more than 6 years ago when Dr. Fauci dared to contradict President Trump.
Now Paul is accusing Fauci of obstruction of Congress.
I think there is a very real chance that he could be prosecuted for that.
He says the panel will vote next week. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Even if the committee passes the contempt vote, the measure would face the hurdle requiring 60 votes in order to get that through the full U.S. Senate. If the full Senate approves the contempt vote, charges would be recommended to the Department of Justice.